We can start Kavitaru.
Okay, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Gurudev, all glories to Srila Krishna Pad, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. We dearly thank you for joining us for this session of the Kartik month special sessions. And we are very glad to have our very dear Srila Gurudev, His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj, who has been gracing us for the last 7 days, giving us very nectarian, very instructive sessions on Radha Sunya, Missing Mercy. And today's session will be specifically on the topic of compassion beyond material designations. And this is the first session of this topic. So to begin, we will hear a bhajan from I'm not sure who is singing it, but the bhajan itself is called Bhakti Ahaitu Ki Hoy. Maybe my Mataji can help me confirm who will be singing the bhajan.
Yes, we request Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha Mataji from Mauritius to please come for the offering.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. This song is written by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and it is called Vrindavane Bhajan, section 19. Bhakti ai hai to ke hoy Svaprakashita Nitya Siddha Vastu Kintu Ache Avarita Madhyamadhikari Vaishnava Kripa Koriya Vaishnava Kore Kripa Bhakti Jagaya Vaishnavera Vasahana Swayam Bhagavana Vaishnavera Kripaya Mukta ho Jugayan Vaishnava Jagate Pare Ghumanta Jagat Tanrai Kripaya Hoy Papira Bhakatam Bhakti ai hai tu ki hoy Svaprakashita Nitya Siddha Vastu Kintu Ache Avarita Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Translation. Devotional service is causeless and self-manifesting, but the eternally perfect substance is always covered over. The Madhyama Adhikari, medium-class devotee, being compassionate, gives mercy to the non-Vaishnavas by awakening devotion in them. The Supreme Lord is bound by the Vaishnava. By the mercy of the Vaishnavas, the bewildered can be awakened. The Vaishnava can awaken the dormant planet. With their mercy, a sinner can become a devotee. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Radha Kripa Kataksha Mataji, for the very beautiful bhajan, the words of Srila Prabhupada. So without further ado, we'd like to welcome our dear Gurudev to share with us today's lessons, today's instructions on Brother Sunya. And again, the topic today will be compassion beyond material designation. And this is the first session of that. The Gurudev kindly grace us.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prisaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prisaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravadita Sarani Nirvisita Sapadikachari Saraswati Devi Gauravadita Sarani Nirvisita Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Siyasadi Gaurabhaka Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Advaita Gadadara Siyasadi Gaurabhaka Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Gadadara Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Gadadara Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Oh, Pada, oh, Pada, oh, Pada, Kula, oh, Pada, Jaya Prabhu, Pada, oh, Pada, Srila, Prabhu, Jaya, Jaya, Guru, I go to Hari Guru, Hari Guru, Hari Guru, Hari Guru, Go to Hari Guru, Hari Guru, Hari Guru. Jayam Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Aparadhas Samaj. Divine Grace S.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupat Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Astuta Rasata Sishimali Divine Grace. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anand Gudi Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम को श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपाल गोपीनाथ श्याम मुरारी कुंज गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथुरा धाम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। जगन्नाथ पुरी धाम की जय। जमुना माई की जय। गंजेश माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। समवेत भक्तवृंद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदी। All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna. Visaya Bhutale Smati Bhakti Tirtha Swami Chena Namaste Krishna Padaya Pupashitanamni. Gaura Karuna Sakti Bhakti Tirtha Chena. Om Gyana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshulamitam Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Savitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahi Tadati Swatantikam Vandiham Sri Gurun Sri Yutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Puriyana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagano Vitasvi Visakantansa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Vasudeva Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Kesavani Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchukol Pataru Vyasya Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanivyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. Gaura Bhaktavrinda Ki Jai. Shri Radha Sunya Ki Jai. Hare Krishna, sweet devotees. Yeah, I'm seeing your sweet faces. Very good. I don't want to see non-devotees' face. It's not encouraging. You see devotees' faces sweet. From chanting Hare Krishna, the faces are sweet. Hari Hari, whoa. Sweet devotees. Let's go to a theater room now. No pen. This theater room needs no pen. No pen. And the little pen is there, that is for improving the health. Is necessary. If you want to jump high, what do you do? If you want to jump high, what do you do?
We recoil. We recoil to the bottom, Maharaj.
Yes, you have to come down, then you can spring out. So also, we have to take the little pain to become healthy. So let's go to the theater room, all the equipment ready. And we begin our surgery. We expect that we'll get healed very soon. Radha Sunya, missing mercy. Understanding and overcoming Aparadhas. If we don't understand, there's no way we can do something wonderful. So we have to understand the devastating effect of Aparadhas, then we can work how to overcome it. Understanding and overcoming Aparadhas. So today we are going into practical compassion beyond material designations. Practical compassion beyond material designations. Day 8. The homeless man incident. This is Srila Prabhupada here. Is Prabhupada?
No, Srila Gurudev. It is some sannyasi.
Okay.
Gurudev, it is Param Gurudev. Param Gurudev has mentioned about his own incident.
Yes, he was going for preaching, and the car knocked someone down. And the devotee didn't stop. And when he shouted, they stopped. The devotee didn't come down. He was the first person to get there to go and check what has happened. But the other devotee remained in the bus. What is the message? Why this useless man is disturbing our preaching? That was their mind. Why is it disturbing our preaching? And the Gurudev asks a question. Suppose this man is one of your big donors in the temple. Will we treat him like that? No. Because he is not a big donor, therefore, he could be knocked down and pass by to go and preach. But who is preaching? Who is a preacher? The words? The word is not a preacher. The word is not a preacher. Character is a preacher. I just listened to one great thinker, and he said that thunder does not nourish plants. It is the rain that nourish plant, not thunder. The thunder comes before the rain, is it not? And sometimes they are together. While the rain is falling, the thunder is there. The thunder does not maintain plants. It is the rain that maintains plants. So our word itself does not maintain it. It is a character that maintains, that preaches. The word doesn't preach. So the Papa did not convince people because of his powerful preaching. He convinced people because of his character, the compassion he has in the heart. The compassion. So Gurudev was not happy to see that the devotee did not come down to check what has happened to this lunatic. Because he's not one of our big donors in the temple. If he were to be a big donor, everybody would have come down and even offered to give him prasad they have there. Yes. And take him to the hospital. What is the message? Well, our dealings are materially based. The topic is compassion beyond material designations. Proper acted beyond material designations. And here His Holiness Bhakti is also acting beyond material designations. He came down to check the person that was knocked down. Not for any material things. Not for any material things. Because it's a spirit soul. And pure devotees, so the Papa will, in the street, see a running tap. He will go in there to go and close it. You know the spirit soul. But Prabhupada, seeing Krishna in everything, sees that this is Krishna energy being wasted. Purity is the force. And he told devotees in Mayapur, once you can see a palm, put up the light. In the morning, as far as you can see a palm before your eyes, it is necessary to put up the light. Don't waste energy. We saw so many devotees every day. They will leave the ashram and leave the room there. The light on. They leave the bathroom and leave the light on there. They leave the room, the ashram. They will leave the light on. Nobody is there. It's the mind. The mind is blind, fully loaded with apparatus. Therefore, the physical eye doesn't see. So compassion is beyond material designations because it is purity and it is coming from intense practice that brings one to that level. We must try to see everyone as a devotee, even though some may be more covered over than others. Recently, I had a disappointing experience while traveling with two of my students. Having almost reached our destination, a homeless man who was not looking where he was going, perhaps, He was intoxicated or mentally disturbed, ran into a car. It was Krishna's mercy that we did not strike him head on. The thing that was somewhat disturbing to me is that the two devotees who were with me did not even get out of the car. I purposely got out. It is not that we devotees are so important that we do not have time to care for others. Thinking that when someone is homeless, he is no more important than a rock. That homeless person is also a devotee who happens to be more covered over. The two devotees who were in the car never moved. We could not leave this person without arranging assistance for him. Gurudev got that, but the picture didn't show Gurudev. As I was wondering who is this. I purposely did that. Is it Prabhupada? Because it doesn't look like that. Anyway, some picture is here to show the incidents. If you can go closer, it would be better. So, this person was knocked down and the devotee did not care. I have the same experience in Calcutta. We were coming from Ujjain. We did a Guru seminar in Ujjain. So we were going back to Mayapur. And then the devotee who came to take us from airport to the temple was so rough in his driving. He was just like if something was pursuing him. And he knocked somebody with the bike. And he wanted to go. I shouted at him, "What are you doing? Stop!" And he stopped and he started talking nonsense. How the man is not intelligent to know that he was coming. The first thing I knew that was taught in driving school, for those who went to driving school, not those who learn by roadside. The first thing in the driving school that is taught to all drivers is consider everyone in the street to be fool. It's only you who is intelligent. So if an intelligent person is knocking down a fool, who is a fool? It is you, Mr. Driver, who does not know the rule of driving. That means that the driver himself should be very, very careful to see whatever is on the road. That's the idea. So we see devotees having this mentality, which is due to the fact that the heart is dirty. The heart is very dirty. Therefore, we don't see things beyond what the clouded mind is detecting. All right. True compassion has no boundaries. Later, I was thinking, if this had been a so-called respectable person, every one of us in the car would have been more attentive to this individual. If this were a person in devotee garb, we would have been much more sensitive in some ways. Our indifference indicates that we don't understand the real nature of compassion and caring. Compassion and concern does not mean only for those in our ashram, in our Vaishnava culture, living in our temple, or in our management line. Compassion does not only apply to those who do the same service we do or think the same way we do. It means that we are Krishna conscious in our attitude towards all living beings. Even in the ashram, devotee does not care. Another devotee in the same ashram with him is lying down there for a week. He doesn't ask him what is happening in Hare Krishna temple. Is it happening? A devotee doesn't care. So we are saying that because the heart is dirty, those who has a pure heart will have compassion. So what is compassion? It's a common word which we will. What is compassion? Compassion. Anyone can share with me what is compassion? What do we understand by compassion? This is the word we know, compassion. Anyone can answer me? What is compassion? Sure.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. It's feeling the same way which somebody is feeling. Like if somebody is going through pain, you will feel like you are going through the same
I
pain.
cannot hear you. Maybe Aman Prabhu, if you would like to say.
Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing. I'm hearing him.
Yeah, yes. It's feeling the same way somebody is feeling. For instance, if somebody is going through pain, you go through the same pain with the person like it's you. And you will do everything to help the person.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Someone else was saying something.
Yes, Gurudev. Shri Radha Kripa Kataksh Mataji has written kindness and seeing everyone as brothers and sisters.
Very good. Thank you.
Aman Prabhuji.
Srila Gurudev, compassion means that we are not able to tolerate the sufferings of others, and we are also taking all possible practical steps to give them the solutions of their problems.
Very good. Thank you. Thank all of you for your contribution. Thank you. One cannot be compassionate without being selfless. Only a selfless person can be compassionate. And compassion means what? I cannot tolerate the pain of others. That comes from a person who is selfless. A selfish person cannot be compassionate. We may open an institution for charity distribution, but that is not compassion. It is just expanding our selfishness. For example, I'm giving you something for what? I can use you to go to heaven in my past life, in my next life. That is not compassion. It's business. Compassion means one is completely selfless. Therefore, one cannot tolerate the pains of others. A person whose heart is clouded with all kinds of anathas, selfishness, and others cannot be compassionate. He may have a charitable foundation. That is not compassion. He may be distributing books every day. That is not compassion. It is either a business or a show. A true compassionate person is one who is selfless. Selflessness. And melt the heart and make the heart very soft. That one is unable to bear the pain of others. Prabhupada Saraswati describes Srimati Radharani to be ocean of compassion. So when we say ocean of compassion, ocean, when we look at ocean, what are we thinking? Ocean. Ocean has what? Crocodiles, whales, sharks, timingalas. So Srimati Radharani is ocean of mercy. Do we have timingalas in the ocean? No. The ocean does not have all this. So a truly compassionate person whose ocean is unlimited is Srimati Radharani and her pure assistance. So the Prophet had compassion. That is why he was able to go to the West and tolerate patiently, nurture the derelicts, to train a derelict and make him a high devotee can be done by only a selfless person who is full of compassion, cannot tolerate. You see the person exactly the way you yourself are. That is compassion. So he raised the standard of conditions who are fortunate to come under his shelter and build a continuous process to help people to become Krishna conscious. For money? No. For prestige? No. For what? Just out of love. That is compassion. Just out of love. I heard from His Holiness Radha Maharaj. I never read it, but I heard from him. It's a place near Radha Kundi. There's a place near Radha Kundi. Now, when we went there, the place is already like a garbage bin. People dumping there. But before then, there was a pond there. So Maharaj told us how one day the cemetery running with the Sakis, they were on the field, and she was hearing a jackal. A jackal was crying so beautifully that touched her heart. Compassion. Looking at compassion. She was touched by the cry of the jackal. Jackal is not loved by anybody. Even animal doesn't like jackals because of the nature. So Srimati Radharani had the voice, and she was feeling the pain of that jackal. So she sent Lalita Visakha to go and see to the situation of the jackal, not the human being, jackal. So Lalita Visakha Sakis, they went there and they saw that the children were beating the jackal. The jackal was crying, and for safety, they entered the hall, and the children used a chunk of stone to block the entrance and set fire there. So Lalita Visakha, the Sakis, they came there, put up the fire, removed the stones, and brought the jackal out. And they took the jackal straight to Srimati Radharani. What is that? It's compassion. She liberated the jackal due to compassion. And we also heard from other devotee how one man from Punjab, say Punjabi, had a wife named Kishori. So because of his behavior, the wife left him. And due to the attachment he has for his wife, he came to Vrindavan and was crying, hey, Kishori, oh my dear Kishori, oh Kishori, please come back to me. Oh, Kishore, how can I live without you? Please save my life. I want to see you. He was crying. He was roaming around in it. But that one crying for Kishore. And she materially had him crying. Kishore. So, Kishore, Radha, asked Lalita, who is that devotee calling me? Lalita says, he is not a devotee. He is a very wretched, a poor man who has lost his wife. His wife's name is Kishore. So he's calling for Kishore, not you. Not a devotee. Smarty said, I know, he is not a devotee. I know, but he is calling my name. He's calling my name. Lalita says, he's not a devotee. He's calling not you, he's calling the wife. Yes, I know that. It's my name, he's calling. Please go and bring that man. Bring the Punjabi man who is looking for his wife. And they brought him to the original Kishore. And Srimati Radharani delivered him because he was crying and calling Kishore. Kishore, 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 Kishore. That's what he was chanting the whole day and night, Kishore. Because of chanting Kishore, he got delivered. Original Kishore. Although he was not calling original Srimati Radharani Kishore, he was calling his wife, but he had the fortune of having a wife who bears that name. Has the fortune of being born in India. You get a spiritual name, become your source of deliverance. Unfortunate people will bear some horrible names. So many people will bear so spiritual names. Anurag. You see, so spiritual. After prema, one come to 7 stages of prema. One attempt prema. Anurag is one of them. So high. So nice, yes. Anurag is a high. Very high, not ordinary. It's a great fortune. It's a great fortune that one has this fortune. Kishore. Lalita. Just the name. Lalita. Kalindi. Those are these names you get. Govind. Krishna. Rakta. Rakta is another name for Jagannath. It's red. Jagannath has big red eyes. So it's fortune when you bear this name. Right? So he's fortunate to have such a big name. A wife who has such a big name. And because of that, he got delivered. Srimati Radharani delivered him. So what will happen to us if we constantly call Kishore Radha, Radha, Radhe every day? If that becomes our mantra, Radhe, Radha. Sarupa Goswami said, he won't say Radha. We will cross the ocean of material existence. Vidagda Manava. Oh, cross the ocean of material existence. Anyone who chants, Ai, 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 will not enter the womb of a mother again. Just see the fortune. Yes. So this is compassion. That one cannot tolerate the pain of others due to the selflessness in the heart. So true compassion has no boundaries. What is a boundary between a karmi who knows nothing but attached to a wife? It is condemned in the scripture for a man to be attached to a woman. It is condemned. But this man got liberation from being attached to his wife. Why? Kishori. So compassion is beyond designations, beyond boundaries. It is beyond that. What is the compassion of a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivering people? What is the qualification of people who came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? They didn't come to him to come and get the Christian prema. They didn't come to him to come and hear philosophy. You know, one sannyasi from Bengali, you see a crying over there, you go and see how he's crying. They came and they got people. Caesar was embracing all of them. Hari. That's all they got. That's his compassion. Beyond boundaries. What's the qualification of a jackal to be delivered by Srimati Radha? What's the qualification? What qualification does Jagan Madai have to be delivered? This is compassion beyond designations. A true compassion. A compassionate person is a selfless person. Means what? He or she, Radha and Krishna, or the pure devotee, they don't look at our, the same country with me. So I'll show you compassion. Come, brother, come. Oh, my dear sister, come here. We are the same tribe. Yeah, speak my language. Oh, come on here. So there's no cleaning service in this temple for you. Don't do anything. Only Channel Krishna. You should be cleaning the whole day throughout, because you're in different tribe. We're not the same tribe. That is not compassion. Compassion does not look at our material designations. Yes. You are our big donors. Therefore, when you are sick, I will call to greet you. If you're not a good donor, why should I waste my credit to talk to you? What will I gain by that? These are not compassion. These are all material. Yes, compassion means what? That we are Krishna conscious in our attitude towards all living beings. That is compassion beyond boundaries. All right? Going internal through reflections, part 1. Who do we really value? Who do we really value? 6 minutes. It's very good. Who do we really value? If we are seriously trying to see and find Krishna everywhere, trying to glorify Krishna everywhere, and also trying to see how to bring more of Krishna out in every situation, then we must practically apply our beliefs at all times and in all situations. In a Bhagavatam, we hear a Brahmana is having 24 spiritual masters. What comes to the mind when you hear someone is having 24 spiritual masters? 24. Oh, he's not chaste. He's breaking the rules of chastity. That is maturity. It means he's eager to attain Krishna consciousness. He's eager. Therefore, one should be very, very eager to get Krishna in all directions. This person here is representing my Krishna, and is here to give me some message that Krishna has given to him or her for me. Therefore, I should give him or her my attention. No. You cannot take initiation from somebody said from my guru. Only my guru. Because Krishna has only one pure devotee in the world. All of you are not pure devotees. If you take initiation from my guru, then when you have difficulty, I'm there to help you. If somebody else is not a pure, you can die. No problem. These are contaminations Kali Yuga mentality we are bringing into pure Krishna conscious circle. Dangerous. Very dangerous. No. We have to see Krishna everywhere. That is what Krishna told us about Gita 6:30. Your mom Sarvatra, Pashata. When one sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, that is complete Krishna consciousness. In that car, who would I have been? The one who stepped out or the one who stayed inside? Be honest and not idealistic. Yes, in philosophy, we are going to say, yeah, the one who stepped out. We will say like that. I am the one who stepped out. But in dealings, I'm the one who is inside. But we should be a devotee. We should be a devotee. We should be a devotee in all circumstances. How quickly do I calculate whether someone deserves my time, care, or energy? Would I have reacted differently if the man had been educated, clean, visibly rich, or a senior devotee or sannyasi? You see, devotees, we don't greet each other. We go and they offer obeisance to sannyasi because he put on the dress. If I don't put the dress, what will you do? You do the same you are doing it to others. So is that obeisances? No, that is not obeisance. That is my whimsical Krishna consciousness. That is not. A genuine devotee offers obeisances to all. Because in principle, everyone is a devotee. Some are fortunate to be direct devotees. Direct devotee means that we have come to Krishna directly. Many are devotees, but they are indirectly connected with Krishna. Means we have not come forward to seriously involve ourselves in Krishna consciousness. Think deeply. It's about focus on our service, schedule, etc. Indifference disguised as devotional service. Have I ever avoided to help someone because I thought my devotional schedule was more important? Many times. So now we have discussion. How can we train ourselves to get out of the car more often? Not just physically, but mentally. Hari Hari Bol. We have 6 minutes. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So this is the reflective part of our session. As we have been mentioning, or it has been mentioned, that we should try and keep a notebook for this specific session. So you have 6 minutes, which start now, to reflect on these 4 questions, and then we will open up for discussions after the 6 minutes. So please take this time to internalize and reflect. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We are halfway into our time. We have 3 more minutes.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Hare
So we have 1 more minute remaining. We'd like to request that the participants raising their hands, or those who'd like to participate, that we share reflections and we keep the questions for the end of the session. Please share more reflections and discussions, and we'll keep the questions to the end of the session. Ishila Gurudev, you may take over and guide us kindly.
All right.
Urmila Mataji, can you please unmute?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, in my case, many times it has happened that someone comes for help, and so many times I have turned people away, thinking that my devotional schedule is very important. This I had shared with you also in one of the sessions in the Katha. So now I was thinking that does it mean that anytime I'm doing something devotional, like say, and problem always comes at that time only. When I'm chanting, some devotee will start turning to me. When I'm reading or hearing, then family members will say, okay, give me this, give me that. So does it mean now leaving everything, I should only then start helping people? Because I don't do like this. I have always turned away people saying I will do my devotional activities first. That is important.
In that case, Krishna wants you to learn something. That is why he's bringing, not just to test your dedication to what you're doing, but in this case, Krishna wants to have a change. When the true compassion is developed, Krishna will not send them to come to you when you reading or chanting. They will come afterwards. The Krishna is saying the heart, so he knows our nature. Therefore, he will use that situation to test us. If we have developed this quality, it will not happen that way. So Krishna wants us to develop the quality. But yes, in terms of emergency, we should, we should attend to it. If I'm going to cook and I forgot, I didn't remember to get the matches to light the stove. And I'm doing that regularly. So if somebody comes, can I ignore the person because that is carelessness. But the person who is not doing that once it happened, must give attention. Must give attention. Because it is not a habit with the person. It must be truly a test for you, not even a person who has come to ask you for the masses. It is for you that Krishna have arranged this thing. That's the lesson.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. So far, I was always acting wrongly, thinking it is a test to interfere in my reading and hearing. So thinking that as a distraction, I was always turning devotees, mostly devotees only, devotees away. And I was very happy. Oh, I'm reading, I'm hearing. But I was very wrong. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, Shivani Mataji, you can go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Please accept my most humble obeisances. Thank you so much for allowing me. Thank you so much for allowing me, Maharaj. Maharaj, I think by taking inspiration from the pure devotees, I can train myself to get out of the car. For example, there was one incident. Actually, there are so many incidents, but one day there was some tough discussions going on at my home, and I got some bad words from one of my family members. But first day in my life, I was very calm in that kind of situation, just by thinking that if my teacher will be there, how he will act, or what he will like from me in this kind of situation, what kind of behavior he will expect from me. So, yes, Maharaj, I think by glorifying the pure devotees and taking inspiration from their qualities, I can train myself. Please correct. Hare Krishna.
Yes, that is good, Natalie. That's good. Thank you for sharing that. One should always see his or her guru, always. If my guru is here, how will he or she expect me to behave in a situation like this? That's very good. Please continue like that.
Yes, Maharaj.
Thank you, Mataji. Sorry, Mataji. Thank you, Gurudev. Thank you, Mataji. Aman Prabhu, please unmute yourself and share your reflection. Aman Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Shri Gurudev. Sorry, Gurudev, firstly that I'm not in a position to open my video. I'm so sorry for that. My reflection regarding the last point, especially that is our focus on our service schedule, etc., indifference disguised as devotional service, or if I have ever avoided to help someone because I thought my devotional schedule was more important. So yes, Srila Gurudev, this happens with me almost always, that I have my plans of how would I would like my day to pass, and then out of nowhere, suddenly some some devotees come up, they want to talk something, or they want to know something, they want to share something. I I I give time to them. I try to uh, do my part, whatever they ask me to do. But as it has been mentioned that how can we train ourselves to do it mentally and not just physically? So this happens with me that I just do it out of courtesy. I don't want to do it. I want them to go and let me execute what I have already planned. So this is, and that agitates me sometimes to the point that I do not speak anything. I do not show to them that I am not happy with this interaction, uh, but inside there is that hesitation.
Thank you for sharing. Hari Hari Bol.
Ratnangi Mataji, you can please unmute yourself and share your reflection.
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev. Please accept my humble obeisances unto the dust of your lotus feet.
Thank
Srila
you.
Gurudev, first I wanted to share that what I felt, Srila Gurudev, that when devotees, they are mostly in their own world. Like, I'm not very old devotee, I'm very neophyte devotee. So from last 7 years or 8 years, I'm in devotional service. So before that, like, people as a human, they were more helping. Like in Mumbai, it's a kind of, you know, the Mumbai city, how busy it is. People told me that there you will not get, even nobody will open flat for you, even neighbors will not greet you. But they were very helping. And I alone passed my whole major life there with my small kids there alone. But everybody was so helping. But after coming in devotional life, devotees I saw they are more into their own life. And the brahmachari, so like, yeah, and I was not expecting like that. So, and mainly in India, I felt like that. Foreigner devotees are not like that. So that is, I felt in my practical experience. And even one Prabhuji was there when he was new. I I dealt with him. So he was very good, very kind. But after few years, even 1 or 2 years, he was staying in temple. He was as a brahmachari, and he changed. His attitude changed. Like now he was more into his own life. He was trying to help, but maybe because of services, and I'm not like, he's very nice devotee, but it changed. I saw the change in him. So I was feeling, why? What happened? This Prabhu was very innocent, very helping, and now he's in his own world. What happened to him? And so sorry to be judgmental, but now when I did my operation, I also remember one time in Lagos, I was preparing for Abhisheka services, and Gopalnath Ji Prabhu asked me, he just entered and he asked Mataji from where to go. I tried to give him direction, but maybe he didn't understand or what, but I was very fast, went from there. So it was not okay. Still, I would have stood up there and I would have told him properly that Prabhuji, you can enter from that side. So that was my mistake, Guru Maharaj. I understood. So sorry for that.
All right, thank you very much. C'est better not to become brahmachari in a temple. So you can remain so happy. After becoming brahmachari, then become a hard-hearted person. You don't care again. Let me ask you one question. This year in Mayapur, one girl and a boy, they were Bhakti Sashi students together. And after some time, the girl was sick. And because this boy, he knows her from studying together for 3 months. So he discovered that this girl is sick and nobody is there, like you said, nobody is taking care, nobody is supporting her. So he started helping her, was cooking and giving her prasadam, get some medicine, attending to her very nicely. So once he recovered and got well, they will greet each other when they see, because she's saying, this Prabhu helped me. But nobody was there, so he helped me. Then the girl they come forward and say, Prabhu, can you marry me? So the boy said, no, I didn't do this for Disney. No, please, can you marry me because you have cared for me? So my question now is, do you think this Prabhu will see another girl in difficulty like this and go there again?
No, Srila
Will
Gurudev.
then what will you say about her? About him, sorry. After some time. What will you say about him? It's a practical thing happened in my this year, just this year, not the 10 years, this year. So what will you say to the reaction of this boy? Will you say he's wicked or insensitive? What will you say about this Prabhu?
Yes, I understood Srila Gurudev because he is a brahmachari, so he is keeping distance. But what about Vaishnavis, Srila Gurudev? Matajis also behave like that with another Matajis.
I just want to share because this is happening, so that we know. I read a book one time, and one man was the author of the book was giving an example of certain things that change people. He gave so many situations that such and such things change people. People were not like this, but they got changed when they had the experience in their life. And one of them is circumstances like this. Circumstances change people like this. People get changed. But tomorrow, if I see a girl is doing that, I don't want to get myself into trouble. And then from that onward, people will say, oh, this boy is very wicked. See, he doesn't care. He has heart. Oh, become a brahmacharya now, you're a very hard person. It's a situation that makes somebody be. I know that some of us are naturally very stone-hearted, wicked like that, don't care what happened. But not in all cases. Some people are very caring, but from their interest to help people, they got into a situation like that. So they became careful. Of course, that shouldn't stop anyone from doing the right thing. It shouldn't stop anyone. But I'm telling you, many people change because of this situation. Situation can change people.
Thank you,
Okay,
Srila Gurudev,
thank you for
for
sharing.
sharing another side of one I'm seeing from only one side. So another side you told me. Thank you so much for that. It's good,
Hare
Srila Gurudev.
Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Shila Gurudev. We have one more question, but we still have quite a few slides to cover. Should we take it or we go ahead?
How many?
We have about 5 more slides, but we have one question.
Yeah, one question is okay. Let's finish.
Okay.
One
Pandey
comment.
Prabhu,
You say no question. You say only comment. Huh? So it should be
sorry.
comment, not.
Sorry, Gurudev. Sorry, Shila Gurudev. Path Pandey Prabhu, you can share your reflection.
Hare Krishna Srila Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances unto the lotus feet.
Hare Krishna. I think he's chosen from my side.
No, Gurudev. The network seems to be a little poor. He's back, yeah.
Please share your realization so we can move forward
Hare
before you
Krishna
got
Srila
chosen
Gurudev.
again. Go ahead.
Please accept my humble obeisances into lotus feet.
Thank you.
Gurudev, my question was that most of the time I devote in my school and coaching for studying, and so in there the most of the children that study and sit with me, they are not devotees. Means their thoughts and their habits, they are very bad. So Gurudev, only one day I get to associate with devotees only on Sunday, and all the 6 days I am busy in that material things only. So Gurudev, my question was that how to just increase my association with the devotees in this case. Hare Krishna.
Yes, in a situation like that, you can hear lectures in the house, you can have kirtan in the house. While they are going to your studies on the way, you can do your japa, you can hear lectures. In this way, you are keeping association through the devotees and the sounds. And that way, yeah, we are protected. That's what. And then after you finish your school and it's a weekend, you have no school, you can go to the temple and associate with devotees. That's how you keep yourself balanced. Hari Hari Bol. Okay, let's continue.
Thank you, dear devotees. We'll continue to hear from to read from the slides, the guidance of Srila Gurudev.
The materialistic mentality. The covered soul who formed into us probably has all sorts of mental problems, or could have even been drunk. So it may be our tendency to think, well, this is fault anyway. He should be careful. Let's see if he scratched our car. This is the way materialistic people think. This is the way that all of us are conditioned to think. That someone is important and someone else is unimportant. Because we have materialistic mind, so our mind also gives us all material conditions. That is where we are. So the mind will not take us beyond our level until we really transcend. Then we can act differently. Otherwise, we are going to act within our situation. We are materialistic. The mind is materialistic. All our thought, our deed, our speech, everything will be materialistic. Our vision, what we hear, it will all be in the same circle. Until one get out of this circle altogether by a spiritual discipline, then we can act differently. We're not going to see what that person is. We're going to see if the person spoiled my car. So the car is the most important thing, not a person. Forgetting that we cannot buy a person, but we can buy the car. Money can buy the car, but money cannot buy a person, even though they are slave trades. But it's not the soul that people that slave trading in the body. So we will not know that until we get into spiritual consciousness. If one has more wealth, prestige, and position, then that person is considered more important or valuable. And when one does not have such wealth, prestige, and position, they have less value or importance. Actually, everyone has importance and value. A conditioned person think, now you are GVC, so you're a pure devotee. If tomorrow you're not a GVC, or now you're not a pure devotee. That's a conditioned soul think. People think some people are important, some people are unimportant. Yes, one is important only if one is a pure devotee. We can think, yes, That's where important. That is there. That one is very important because it's a pure devotee. But the pure devotee will never think that they are pure devotees. They will treat everyone as pure devotees. That's the pure devotee consciousness and their deeds. Yes. If the Prabhupada was saying that these are rejected conditions, he would have met the devotee. Like like other his governors. He would have stayed back in India and enjoy his Krishna consciousness. Radha Damodara temple is there, everything was there. All Brajavasis are there, and it's Japa is going very nicely. What is the need of going? What is the need of going to America from Vrindavan? There's no need for that. If you were to think the way we're thinking, you wouldn't have gone anywhere. You would have stayed back and enjoy his Krishna consciousness. But because he has a compassionate heart, meaning selfless soul, he went. That is why all of us are here today. Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
Next. Examining our own mentality. I had to examine my own mentality because maybe if that homeless man had been a very respectable person by my true estimation, I would have jumped out even faster or become even more alarmed. However, the mood was more along these lines. This is a disturbing personality interfering with the important work we have to do. What we have to do is increasingly be able to understand others' needs and see how to help, how to serve, and how to assist them. Otherwise, the same kind of materially designated mentality will lead to offenses amongst Vaishnavas. We should not simply think of our idea and be insensitive to caring for and facilitating others. Yes, if we don't appreciate each other, the general tendency is to be offensive. If I don't value you, if you're not important to me, you're nothing. So I can misuse you, I can misuse something. If something is not important for us, we don't value that thing. We value something only if it is important to us. All right. Realization through contemplation, part 1. Continue your 30-day notebook with today's focus on equal vision, future you. Imagine in your next life you are 1. A homeless mentally ill person. 2. The drunk who ran into the car. 3. The person everyone avoids. Let us write. What will I expect from Krishna's devotees who saw me? How will I feel watching them recoil from me? What will prove they actually saw me as a soul and not as the body? That is part 1. Homework to work on. Part 2. Now imagine current you, the person you are today, encounters future you in that degraded state in the car accident. Will you get out of the car? What will your face look like? What will you be thinking? How long will you stay? Will you touch him, a conditioned person, and so on? This is a touchable person. Will we touch the person? What will you do? The conversation future you, degraded looks at current you, comfortable and says, you think you are different from me. You think your current position makes you superior. But we're the same soul. What if your next moment is my current moment? Write your response. Be honest about what this reveals. Take practice. When you see someone beneath you, silently think, this could be me in 5 minutes if Krishna withdraw his mercy. It is possible, it is happening. The Avanti Brahmana was a very rich merchant. The next moment, the lowest person, completely penniless person hanging in the street, nothing to eat. They happen the same lifetime. Not to generally to be the next one before someone changed the situation. But he was so fortunate that everything fall right before his face. So you could see the two sides. So the way we are seeing things now, we should know it is the vision of the eye, which is dominated by what is going on in the mind. So if our mind becomes very pure, we're going to see things differently. So it's better for us to have a pure consciousness, work towards that, and be successful. All right? Parting meditation. Daily meditation. What we have to do is increasingly be able to understand others' needs and see how to help, how to serve, how to assist them. Otherwise, the same kind of materially designated mentality will lead to offenses amongst Vaishnavas. His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. All right, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev. Thank you so much for guiding this session and sharing with us these powerful realizations of Param Gurudev. So we have some questions. Please keep raising your hands for those who'd like to ask your questions. We'll start with one question which we didn't cover from the reflection section. It was phrased as a question, and this is from Shravana Mataji. Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances. Gurudev, in relation to Urmila Mataji's question about serving parents, or when I have to do other services, for me, guilt captures that I'm not able to do the devotional service, and anger creeps in me. What is Krishna trying to teach me here?
Anger coming inside me is that something is missing. Something is missing. What is missing? We are not making progress. If one is getting nourishment, we don't look pale. We don't feel hungry and become angry. Yes. If one is being nourished, you feel enlivened. You're happy and joyful. Difficulties will mean nothing. Well, as we mentioned many times, advancing devotee, challenges are stepping stones. For a devotee not advancing, challenges are stumbling blocks. That's what it means. We should work on ourselves. We should look inside and work on ourselves. So we should not get angry. It means that there is something is wrong. We should improve the quality of our practice. Everything we're doing. Even if the taking prasadam is preparing the prasadam or serving the prasadam or doing our japa or doing any service, either to the self. If you're doing something right, we feel happy. If you're doing something wrong, we will not be happy. That's the sign. All right.
Thank you, Gurudev. So next we'll have His Grace Hamsaduta Prabhu. You can unmute yourself and ask a question.
Hare Krishna, Shri Gurudev. Please can I accept my spiritual obeisances? Oh, gratitude, Shri
Thank you.
Prabhupada, and gratitude, wonderful. I have two questions. The first one is about not even with the devotees, our close relatives. Sometimes if you see something is going on and you know that this is going to bring a problem or it's going to put the person in sufferness because of the experience, and you keep talking about it or advising the person, but most of the time the person become offended, like, why are you always telling me what to do, or who are you to give me this advice? So sometimes you see some things and you just keep quiet, but at the same time you are feeling some concern inside you. So in this case, Guru Maharaj, what do you have to do? Do you still have to say it for the person to feel offended, or you have to just keep quiet? And my second question is concerning somebody who is a drunkard or who is drug addict. Sometimes you see them on the street and you can see they are very, very, very angry. They need something to eat. But at the same time, if you give them money or something, they will use it to take more alcohol or take drugs. And I heard that if you give somebody money and he used to buy it alcohol or drugs, you are sharing the karma of that person. So, dear Gurudev, how do you go about this? This is my question. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. If we know that, no, we give. If you give money to someone, they cannot control the person. See, this money I'm giving to you. Don't drink alcohol with it. We don't have that power. Once you give the money to the person, he's going to do what he like with it. See, this money, count it. How many? $500. This money only for prasada. Don't buy meat with it. You cannot do it. You cannot tell a person like that. When you get him, he's going to do what he like with it. So it's better.
Sometimes I tell them.
We give prasada. Yeah, you can tell them, but they're not going to do that.
Yes.
They're going to do what they like. So we give prasadam, it will be better. I will give them prasad. And for your first question, if we are advising someone on and on and on, and the person is not taking it, better stop. Don't continue. Because it will become an offense. Only if the person is accepting, then we can continue to advise. But if the person is not accepting, and he continue with the nonsense, you should not give the person advice again. You should leave the person and then pray to Krishna to help him. But don't continue to talk to the person after some time. If the person is not taking the advice. That is the etiquette. Next.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Guru
Prabhu.
Maharaj.
Thank you, Srila Gurudev. Thank you, Srila Gurudev. Next, we'll have His Grace, Kartik Prabhu. You can unmute yourself and share reflection or question.
Krishna Shri Gurudev, Vimit Pranam. Gurudev, I also have two questions, if you allow me. So one from yesterday's lecture and one from today. So for the one from yesterday, is you made a statement that we should not be using our time searching for a pure devotee, but rather use it in becoming a pure devotee. So would it, the way how I understand this is instead of searching, you just follow the pure devotee. But for us to follow the pure devotee, we would need to search for a pure devotee. I mean, in our case, we already have. I mean, so how should we understand this statement that we should not be using our time searching for a pure devotee?
We are blind. How do you know who's a pure devotee? How do you know? How will you know that this is a pure devotee? It's a waste of time. Everything is already explained who is a pure devotee, qualities are already in the scripture. And we have heard a lot about so many pure devotees' lives. So we already know that this is the quality of a pure devotee, this is behavior, this is everything about them. It's already in the scripture and their personality that exemplify those things. So we should apply those principles as they have given them to us to become a pure devotee. We will stop wasting our time, because that is not the process. If we are sincere devotees, Christian will show us from the heart who is a pure devotee. You don't need to search anywhere, because even our side, what's the qualifications to search? We make a lot of offenses. So that is the point we're trying to make. And if we follow the process which is already laid down, then we become that person, become a sincere and serious person. You will not a pure devotee. You also become a pure devotee. Otherwise, if I'm just looking for a pure devotee, I'm not going to follow anything. Yeah, what is it I'm looking for? It's not pure devotee I'm looking for. I'm just looking for fault. That's all.
So with that second question, and before I ask the second question, I would ask for forgiveness because I'm not sure if I'm making an offense asking this question because of my fallen nature today. So the question...
I'm not talking to you directly. It's a question. So it's a general thing, not just you that you ask the question. That's a general principle.
Absolutely. Yeah. So the next question was, and I was saying that please forgive me for the next question because I'm not sure if I might be creating an offense. Was it that right at the start of the lecture you said you don't like looking at the face of non-devotees, and here we are for the next 1.5 hours we are hearing that we should not be, looking. I mean, looking at the soul rather than looking at the person. So that means we should respect everybody. So how should we understand that? Because this is kind of not getting into my head.
Yes, non-devotee means what? One is not interested in Christian consciousness. So what are we looking on their face? We only try to give Christian consciousness. They will take to it and become pure. Right? Look at a twisted face. I was at the airport and somebody just came. I said, my friend, can you smile? Please, just smile. And he turned the face. Why are you twisting the face? For what? For who? What do you get from that? Then I had to make him to this. He's very tight always. And if they want to say something, I don't have that, this and that. It's all, they're going to vomit all the nonsense. You see, the devotee's face is smiling. Yes, that is the face to see. It is our scripture that one who has no tilak on the face should not be seen. It's a crematorium. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will send a student. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will send a student from the sky. You go back to the house and do your religious duty first before you can come here. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the teacher of Trina Peace Mission. He's doing that in his class. All the students, send them, go and do religious duty first, then they can come back here. You don't put it like you don't come to this class. Because it's a crematorium. Who would like to see crematorium? Want to see smiling, beautiful face that you not like to see that. You don't like to turn your face away. That is what happened when I want to look at Krishna's face. The people another Saraswati describe Cemetery ending doctor's face, has smiled. What happened when she smiled? And Krishna, like when she smiled, like the pearls are falling, and Krishna will picking those pearls. So would you like to sacrifice that for something else? Would you like to sacrifice that to see something else? Please, we should pray to see the lotus feet of Krishna. Let's be our meditation. All the sakis and the sakas. Meditate. That is the point.
Right. Thank you, Sri. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Thank you, Pratik Prabhu. Thank you, Srila Gurudev. Next, we'll have Matsya Prabhu. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna. This is my most humble, respectful obeisances and your lotus feet.
Thank you.
So I remember when we were having the purpose-driven church seminars. I don't remember the name of the author of the book, the Christian author, but he said something about that we should kind of have a target audience when we are preaching, like that resonates with who we are. Like it will be easier for us to preach to people that are similar to us, you know, and it will be easier. So, but what happens once in our Bhakti Vriksha group, we were having like a group that I consider to be similar to me. But then a person approached and she wanted to be part of the group, but she was like an old lady and she had a little bit of a difficult nature, maybe a little bit challenging, mentally challenged. And I didn't I didn't deny her to participate, but I didn't give much interest and time for her, and this made me feel really bad. But I was thinking in the benefit of the group. So my first question is: should we, when we are inviting people to our house, should we invite everyone, no matter who they are, or should we follow like purpose-driven church author was saying? We should we should cater people in a certain way that they relate nicely between themselves also, in order for the benefit of the group. And second question is related to this one. Also, some time ago, a person also approached me, wanted to be part of our Bhakti Vriksha group, but it was a person a person that was having some issues with the police. And so I was a little afraid to allow the person to come to our house, you know, because maybe the police can link him to my family. So I was a little bit to be honest, I was a little bit afraid from my own security. But I was thinking, I'm so selfish that I'm allowing my fear of being involved in some kind of police issue, and I'm not allowing the person to be in my house and try to be Krishna conscious. So what to do? Can you shed some light, Gurudev?
All right. How do we know like-minded people? How do we know? We cannot go to the street and look at you and select you. Okay, you. We cannot do like that in the streets. We have to preach to everybody. It is from there we get people who are interested. But even among those who show interest to come, still we see differences. So as a Papa said, you have to boil the milk. That's the system, that the principle we should apply. To boil the milk. We preach to the general purpose, we call the crowd. That is the crowd. From the crowd, we can make them our congregational members. That means now they have been attracted to what we presented to them and they're coming to meet us. So it is our duty now to start training them. That is boiling the milk. And from the training we are giving, we see those who are receptive, those who are accepting, those who are applying, those who are making advancements. We keep the training, we keep on the training, then that is the boiling. And then we'll be getting also their responses, how they're becoming mature. That is how it will continue until these people become the core members of our organization. That is the principle. From the crowd to congregation and become gradually to core members. And among the core members, we also have those who are following exactly as it is, and those who are also following external norms of the of the practice. You have two people. So among them, even among the core members, you still have two divisions of people. This is how to go about it. And the second part of the question, the people who are coming, they are not staying with you in the house. They are only coming maybe 2 hours in their place. And then after that, they go back. So if you are genuinely trying to help people, if the person has jumped the jail and is coming there, they wanted by police, the person is coming there, then we can be careful to let the person report himself or herself back to the police. That we can do for our own protection. We can register. We have a center we are preaching to people. We are open to people. You cannot stop any person from coming. But we have noticed that somebody has jumped the jail is coming to our center. So we can register our case like that. So in this way, we are protected. And we cannot trap the person away if he is falling nicely. We can make our case registered. So we are protected and defend ourselves in that way. And continue to do our services to whoever is interested. The first lady you said is old and well, there are some people who they cannot take the philosophy, whatever it is. You engage them to take prasadam, and if there's some service they can do, you engage them to do some service and get prasadam. Those who can hear the philosophy, they should hear philosophy. That way, engage them in chanting, and then we're helping them according to their level. In that way, we'll attend to as many people as possible. But we cannot waste our time for those who cannot hear, they can't do anything. Just give them prasadam to go back to their house. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much, Matsya Prabhu. Thank you, Srila Gurudev, for the answer. We have another contribution by Hamsadutta Prabhu. Perhaps he is following up on something. Hamsadutta Prabhu, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, muted. We cannot hear you.
Yes, I was not be able to unmute. Sorry. Thank you once again for the opportunity. Dear Guru Maharaj, I wanted to ask this question privately, but I want to ask here maybe to help. Maybe other people have, other devotees have this doubt. Dear Guru Maharaj, it is said that the goodness of a man does not know until his absence. And this year there was a seminar in Gitanagri, and His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj, one of his god brothers, was sharing something that some disciples was saying that we wish we can be like His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj. And he said, no, you can never be like him. Even his god brothers, we're beginning to understand him after he left his body. And Guru Maharaj, one time I hear you saying something like that people will not understand you until you are no more. So Guru Maharaj, is it because of Kali Yoga? Is it because our heart is so corrupt, or we are so blind, or we are so familiar with people? That is why most of the times we don't see the goodness of some people. All we see is most of the time their negative part. Until they are gone, then we're beginning to see the goodness and how great people are. It's something which I've been thinking about it, and I also have the same difficulties. Some people who have which they are normal in my association are beginning to see the best in them. So, Gurudev, what advice will you give, and how can we see the best in people than their negative activities? This is my question, dear Guru Maharaj, if you can help us to understand. Hare Krishna.
All the discussions we've been having all this way is what? It is to prepare our consciousness for pure Krishna consciousness, so that we'll be able to see things perfectly, properly. In Chitta Chaitanya, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami described how when Haridas Thakura left the body, no, there is no more, they're always there. They're always there. But there's Aprakat Lila. They're not physically manifest, but they're always there. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami described, Chaitanya Prabhu was describing, was glorifying Haridas Thakura as if he has 5 mouths. And then he mentioned that devotees were struck with wonder. Struck with wonder means what? This Haridas? Is it this Haridas? The Lord is speaking so much like this? This Haridas? Will live with us? It is a misfortune. The problem is misfortune. Rupa Goswami was not surprised about Haridas. The Goswamis, Dwaitacharya, Srivas, Pandit, they were not surprised about, they were not struck with wonder when the temple was speaking about Haridas. They were not. Other devotees were struck. Why they are struck with wonder? Because I'm misfortunate. So it's due to a misfortune that one will not understand, will not share, will not see. Until when the person is not there, you'll get to know that this person is like this, like this. Oh, if I have known, oh Krishna, I would have given myself to you fully. Materially speaking, people say, had I known is a foolish person. Had I known, it is foolishness. Why we don't know? It's our foolishness, not knowledge, not realization. Had I known. It's a foolish person who speaks like, who speaks like that. Unfortunate person. A fortunate person will see what is present and appreciate and follow. Dr. Acharya was saying when Haridas Sekure. Certain goes Rupa was saying, they were saying when Haridas Sekure. They were not struck with wonder. What the time who was speaking about Haridas. They wasn't. Because they knows. Those who were struck with wonders are those who are unfortunate who does not know Haridas Sekure. That is a problem. That we are misfortunate. That we don't understand pure devotees until they physically disappear. So they can be cheated. Pure devotees disguise himself. Krishna also disguises himself. When he comes here with disguise, he will behave as ordinary person. So common people will see him as ordinary person. But pure devotee will understand Krishna is the supreme person and follow him, like even though he would try to hide himself. Devotee identify the Lord and say, yeah, Chitama is the supreme person of God. All right.
Yes, thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. Thank you for the wonderful answer. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Our time is up. So we wish all of you a happy Krishna conscious night, Krishna conscious day. And we'll see you tomorrow. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj ki jai. Radha Sunya ki jai. Hari Hari, we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you so much, Srila Gurudev. Thank you so much for all the participants today, those who asked questions, shared their reflections, and those who just lent a hearing ear to Srila Gurudev's reflections and Srila Param Gurudev's instructions. We'd like to wish all of you a very splendid Kartik time from here. Tomorrow is a very special day within a very special month. Kartik is Krishna's favorite month, and Ekadashi is Krishna's favorite day. So we urge all the devotees to take part enthusiastically in tomorrow's programs, from the morning program, the chanting and everything, as well as this special session that Gurudev has sacrificed his time to share with us. So we wish you all the best in your preparation for the Kadashi. We wish you all the best in your Kartik vows. And we deeply pray from our deepest parts of our hearts that we may be empowered to follow according to what Srila Gurudev has taught us. Please forgive any offenses I might have committed during this session. My name is Bhakta Kamita, an aspiring disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Maharaj, and I aspire to be of service again. Wishing you all the best. Hare Krishna.
ভকত চরণ রেণু ভজনয়ন শুদ্ধ ভকত চরণ রেণু ভজনয়ন ভকত সেবা পরম সিদ্ধি প্রেমলতি ভক্তি জননী যতনে পালন করি কৃষ্ণ বসতি বসতি বলি পরময়াদরে করো সদা যাচে, গৌর বিগীত কীর্তন শুনি আনন্দে হৃদয় নাচে। মৃদঙ্গ বাদ্য শুনিতে মন অবসর সদা যাচে, গৌর বিগীত কীর্তন শুনি আনন্দে হৃদয় নাচে। শুদ্ধ ভগত চরণ রেণু যুগল মূরতি দেখিয়া মন পরম আনন্দ হয়, প্রসাদ সেবা করিতে হয় সকল প্রপঞ্চ জয়। যুগল মূর্তি দেখিয়া মন পরম আনন্দ হয়, প্রসাদ সেবা করিতে হয় সকল প্রপঞ্চ জয়। শুদ্ধ ভগত চরণ রেণু ভজন যেদিন গৃহে ভজন দেখি গৃহেতে গোলক ভাই, চরণ সিধু দেখিয়া গঙ্গ